Hello, everybody. It's after 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Vancouver area. And with the forecast fairly quiet, although warm to hot in the coming days, I thought I'd take a moment and update us on the La Nina situation. The only watch warning we have over the next 24 hours in our state, air quality alerts tied to bad wildfire smoke, mostly over southern Oregon. I'll show you that map coming up. But for now, let's go ahead and jump you to this La Nina update. And the headline here, this is going to come across as an excuse, and I suppose it is. Okay, so guilty. But you may recall my spring outlook when I projected no more than 19 days of 90-degree temperatures or hotter for this entire spring summer season. Well, today's temperature of 92 became day 20, and we have some more coming. So clearly that forecast is going to go in the trash can as bad. But that forecast was partially based on the fact that we were going to be transitioning into La Nina as soon as mid-July. And now it looks like we're still neutral right now. So the La Nina is coming in a lot later than earlier predicted. In fact, it now looks like it may not come in until September. And then once it comes in, it fairly quickly is projected to develop into a moderate La Nina with Celsius water temperatures in the equatorial areas off of the coast of South America as cold as about 1 degree Celsius below normal. That would be a moderate La Nina. Not crazy strong, but moderate. So right here, and the fact that things have come in a lot slower, that impacts what turned out to be my incorrect decision on the summer heat. But I want to show you what the latest projection is. So what you're looking at here is the variety of weather models, and see the dashed lines in here as we look forward. This is the dashed line is kind of the average of all the weather models, okay? Now you have to get to a half a degree Celsius, 0.05, or excuse me, 0.5 degrees to be in La Nina. So this is going to happen, it looks like, sometime next month in September. And then if you follow these lines at their coldest, they're about 1 degree Celsius colder than normal water temperature. And that could be developing, it looks like, the bullseye November, December into January. Now, I will tell you, there are weather models that are going time out. The La Nina is more weak than moderate. And there are some models that even say the equatorial waters off the coast of South America never get strong enough or cold enough to even be warranted as a La Nina, meaning although the Weather Service is going 70% confidence of La Nina developing, we know it's coming in slower than expected. We know none of the models right now, for the most part, are projecting this to be overly strong. I mean, here's a model that does go really strong. That would be -2. That's really strong. But most of them are up here, more like moderate. And there are some models that predict that we never even get into La Nina, that we stay in a neutral, at least through the first months of winter. So it's kind of out to sea yet. I typically start watching these phases in August. I typically start work on my winter outlook the 1st of September, and I hope to have my winter outlook completed and look to publish it as early as mid-October. But that's what we have going on right now. Okay. Hope that wasn't too boring. It went on forever. Sorry. Here is the August outlook. This was posted back on the 31st. And notice how it does put the heat of the bullseye of the hottest weather out west in terms of departure from normal over Utah and Colorado. And that's where that upper level high, that heat dome, has been centered more than not over the past couple of weeks. And we're kind of here on the back end of it, not in the core of the hot weather, but above normal temperature wise, with not much chance of getting overly wet. Of course, August is typically dry, and this is, we definitely are expected to continue to be that way. I will tell you, every single piece of data I've looked at suggests that August, although above normal temperature-wise, will not be as hot as July. Maybe we have a little spike where we hit 100 degrees or so, but overall, it does not look like it's going to be as hot as July was. So good news there. Okay. Really good news there. So far, as I mentioned, 20 days have reached 90 or better. 3 of those had reached 100 degrees. The record, you may remember, 31 in 2018. Boy, I hope we don't reach this, but certainly looking likely that we will at least add 5 or 6 more 90-degree days. And that would put us, in striking distance. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. Quick word to the Momentous Wealth podcast. So fortunate to have a sponsor to help pay for all my forecast work. I do have cost involved in some of the weather modeling that I have to subscribe to, mostly Outlook stuff. So please take a moment if you have mutual funds invested or you're interested in the stock market. Check out the library of topics here, the Momentous Wealth podcast, kind of aimed to educate you in investing. Listen on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. This is brought to you by Todd Pisarcik's team at Momentous Wealth Management, licensed in Portland, Washington, and Oregon, I should say. I think I've got one more map here, and then we'll get you what's going on right now. Yeah. So this didn't really transfer very well. So for that, I apologize. But you can see the gray. Here's the state of Oregon. Basically, the southern half of Oregon, for the most part, air quality alert. That's a red flag warning for high fire danger over in Idaho. Forecast highs this week, mostly 80s and 90s. There certainly could be some periods of time coming up this Thursday, Friday, where you folks out east maybe flirt with 100 degrees, but mostly we're looking at 80s and 90s for this coming week. All right, I do want to show what's going on right now. All right, radar. Check out Bend. Boom, boom, boom. Big thunderstorms just north of Bend. You can see them right there moving up to the northeast. Here's that trail down near Medford that has been popping. This is developing on the outer periphery, the back periphery of that heat dome of the strong upper level high. And you see this time of the year. So here they go, rotating through. You may remember on Saturday, I talked about we'd get some cloudiness in part from thunderstorms and showers. And I thought some of those showers or storms would run north up the Cascades. That happened. But as far as I know, there wasn't any lightning over the Cascades. It turned out to be just some rain. And we had rain in parts of eastern Clackamas County and in the gorge over in Hood River and to the Dalles. At least radar showed some rain in the region. So that's why we did have the cloudiness around that we had yesterday, but nothing here in the metro area. Lightning detection right here in those storms north of Bend. You can see the little colored X's right there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And then here's the upper level high centered over New Mexico and up into Colorado and Utah. And then the outer periphery, this 588 pressure contour, the storm's rotating just on the back side of that, right up and through here. Notice there's a weak trough right here. We're still looking at this trough kind of developing. It's never going to be strong, and I've pulled the rain chance, but it should give us at least a cooler day on Tuesday. So there's not much going on this week. That's a little bit of what I'm looking at. Okay. Air masses. Well, we were 92 today in Portland. It was 96 degrees. I'm looking at my notes, 96 in Salem today. Wow. And here's the center of the hot air over Colorado and Utah. And then we have our own heat problems up here in Oregon and Washington. This is the 850 millibar, 5,000 foot temperature map. I expect temperatures to be roughly the same tomorrow to maybe a couple degrees cooler. Here's Tuesday. See, now, clearly we're not in the reds or the oranges, and we hope to be only in the mid 80s with more of a westerly flow and that little trough developing. So Tuesday, we're still looking for a bit of a break, but then Wednesday right now, it looks like we heat back up. You can see how the colors go red to orange on Wednesday. Hottest days this week look to be Thursday and Friday. Look at the red intensifying. That's Thursday afternoon. And then some of the modeling is showing Friday's just as warm, although this would suggest maybe not. I do want to grab my slider and play this into August. Here is Tuesday, August 13th. Look at that. Into Wednesday morning, the 14th. So mid-month, we expect a run of cooler days right now. This has been showing up for a while. August 8th, excuse me. August 15th through the 20th. Okay. So here we are. This is much cooler weather actually on the 14th. Could we have some days struggling to hit 80 degrees? Look at all that blue color. Those are days that may not hit 80. There we are still on the 20th. So yeah, this is the 14th through the 20th. That's a pretty good run. Here we are on the 20th, still pretty good. That's as far as that goes. So right now, there's at least a week mid-month into the 20th plus of August where maybe we struggled at 80 in some of those days. That would certainly be nice. So we'll look forward to that. Okay, 99 down in Medford right now. These are 6 p.m. temps, all sunny, all hot. Generally not hitting 100, but 99 tomorrow, 99 on Wednesday. Pretty toasty. And again, down in Southern Oregon is where some of the air quality is the worst. Baker City, you have a chance of thunderstorms again tomorrow. 97, really hot. And then low 90s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, basically low 90s after that, and all dry and all sunny. Ben, we have storms in the area right now. Tomorrow, storms expected to be east of Central Oregon, 94. And then there's a bit of a cool down, 89, 91, and then kind of low 90s the rest of the week. All right, it's bouncing up to Seattle, 83 right now. Mostly 80s this week. Remember the hottest weather Thursday and maybe Friday. This goes 88, 89, 88, the back half of the week into the weekend for Seattle. Over in Newport, 60s, 70s, kind of where we've been at the coast. Some mornings we have morning clouds. Most areas, or most days are expected to at least see afternoon sunshine develop. North Bend, where you at, 60s, kind of same type of deal. No legitimate rain chance or anything. Salem, 96 today. I bet 92 tomorrow is too warm. I bet you folks are at least going to be 94, 95 again tomorrow. And then there's the cooler weather for one day, 87, then back into the 90s on Thursday. And then here is my Portland 7-day. So hoping that tomorrow we stay at least under 90. Again, today it was 92. I'm going 89. Clearly we could hit 90. There's the nice cool down. Partly sunny skies, 85. Fingers crossed. Could be cooler on Tuesday. But then just like that, we're back to 90 on Wednesday. And then potentially hotter weather Thursday and Friday, and then taking it back down to about 90. But if this is true, there's Wednesday be day 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 of 90 plus degree temperatures. Yikes. Okay. I'm Rod Hill. Thanks for subscribing. I'll talk to you soon.